ano yung elevate yung series na yun eh. Actually, they can actually do it. And one of which na nakapagpigil sila is the surprise of the Agudo pick, which we kind of, again, as we prepare, as casters prepare for this kind of tournament, there are also expectations na pwedeng siyang lumabas. So with that kind of problem, bigay sila lang malupit na scenario kung paano sila matitake down, and that gave them a boost. And one of the which is the most important backbone of each team, sabi nga ni Kuya Otto, is the support system. With that, dun magiging present yung kanilang lakas to bounce back.
The support staff is now coming in. Yeah. Kasi ito na yung time to shine nila kasi nasa drafting phase na tayo dito, OSX. And of course, with the first bans, mukhang ang target dito ng Flash PH ay ang mga heroes ni Kapitana, no? Si Floor. It's going to be denied yung Zhang Fei pick. Pero even the Marco Polo is being targeted. Ang daming open, boss. Sobrang daming open.
Oh, no, they're really letting it out loose. So, in this situation, either they're more prepared to answer it. Kasi ako nakita ko sa global ban, kahit in a best of 3, game number 1, feeling ko best of 1 lang talaga yung mindset nila dito. Kasi,
dapat.
isipin mo, no, hindi mo na magagamit on the next one because of the hero ban, as we say it once more. Dito ka talaga matcha-challenge kasi kung mag-fall down ka sa unang game nyo pa lang, doon na mawawala ng actually ng push. So, with FLPH getting the first pick, Lady Sun ang naging answer din nila dito against the second. You were talking about the Wuyan, pare, in the first series.
yun kasi ini-spam ko ngayon. Pero most likely magiging Liang Princess Frost yung kanilang lineup dito, which opens up the FLPH to secure yung Ming. Hindi. They will elect to go for Long, which is pretty much a very safe pick. Another thing to note din pala for RWE, itong C7 Jin, he is the first Malaysian import that we have in the Philippines.
Wow.
So with 7 Jin's expertise din, yung Miyue niya so far, yung pinaka nakakatakot. I won't be surprised if RWE will elect to secure yung Miyue pick para sa kanilang Clash laner.
I mean, that is really possible, especially now na si Miyue has been really utilized even on our local games. Actually, ang lupit niya, gamitin eh. Survivability, microplay. Kung hindi mo iban yun, pwede actually talunin. So, we were talking about picks na pwede lumabas. The Neza is here with RWE. Good thing na binan niyo yung Liubang. Si Luban. Magkapatid yung dalawang yun. Pero, kasi kung ikaw ay Neza at gusto mo free-flowing yung daan mo na isa lang na direction, huwag kang maghangad na merong Liubang. Pero, di ba?
Which is actually surprising kasi normally kapag nakakita tayo ng Neza, sila yung nagpipick ng Liubang. Pero parang nangyari is itong RWE, they're thinking, hindi rin natin may pick kasi sila yung magpipick naman, baka sila yung magpick ng Liubang at dahil hindi siya pasok sa composition natin, we're going to head into a different direction. RWE is going to ban away itong si Lady Zhen for FLPH though. Parang parang ang basa nila dito is that this Neza is going to the jungle instead of the Clash lane kasi nagbaban pa sila ng alin dito and most likely their next ban is going to target pa din itong Malaysian import ng RWE.
Yeah, their spec as well. Kasi if in order for you to actually gain that, and we go for the Guan Yu din as on point na predict din ni Kuya Otto. Kasi eto, if you're looking for mobile heroes na pwede din talaga makareach ng backline nyo at considering na meron silang Lady Sun, yan yung mga ayaw mo. Parang bigla kang aagawin dun sa likod. Mga ganong klaseng mga So, wow! Pwede rin yun. Pwede. Ito yung pinaka-question ko sa global ban, no? Sa draft ngayon, what I see here, kung i-pick mo to na draft, will it be too early or will it be just enough na ma-survive ng series? Oh! What?
Si Kuis. Si Kuei. Chinese pronunciation I believe is Kuei. Local pronunciation is Kui. Kui, iba? Tapos kung kayo ay tropa, Kuis na lang.
Kuis.
Kuis.
Tama ka naman. Kung Pinoy ka, Kuis. Pero kung Kuwei, napawat ako doon kasi parang, wow. The setups and yung mga hila will be, again, 50-50. Again, hila-based. Wow. Kung isipin mo yung Kuwait, kailangan tama talaga yung mga hila mo. Well, with the zone out and space na gagawin dito, kailangan din talaga nila maging actually 100, almost close to 100% in getting that pick off. And Mulan.
Ooh!
Wow! Mulan!
Yeah, Mulan. Yung
Okay.
Mulan, nilabas na to ni Bridget kahapon.
Yeah.
Akala ko si Bridget ay caster sa kabila. Pero hindi, dito. Player pala siya dito.
Oo nga.
Pero ito na nga, ang buka kailangan natin ay uy, nilabas din ng lam ni Arise.
Ang lam, grabe. Okay, okay, sige, labas yung lahat ng ano nyo. Pwede, sige.
Global ban eh. Pwede lahat.
Grabe yung grabe yung picks. I love it. I mean, this is just the case of this tournament, no? Will you go all in or all out na pwede talaga kayong mag-stick sa comfort pick nyo? Kaso nga lang, if you do lose with the draft, ang other team will actually take advantage of it in the next game.
Yeah.
So, ang ganda lang ng adjustment. Also, very dependent din ang magiging setup ng kabilang team with a Huawei pick. So, dependent na lang sa execution. Dito na malalaman kung ano nga ba yung magiging daan nila dito, Kuya Otto.
Lakas nito. Level 1 pa lang maghahanap na ng away itong mga to. Kasi, kung ikaw yung Quay, di ba? Kung nasa inyo itong pwedeng mang-hook, pwedeng yung gawin mo na lang is i-hook yung mismong camp, yung mismong buff ng kalaban para siya ay ma-delay. Depende. Ang pinakababantayan natin talaga sa early stages ng larong to is kung paano kukontrolin ni Floor, paano niya i-dictate yung early game tempo. Pero kung mapapansin mo rito, FLTH, they wanted to read the situation as well. They sent 2 people top side, tapos they sent 3 people dito sa may bandang gitna to know what is up sa early game ng Rough World era.
Yeah, and again, C-Floor has been also versatile in terms of the roaming picks, the tank sa HOK. So we are also seeing a different kind of an initial approach sa ating draft ngayon. Kasi if you wanna save the best for last, dito natin makikita kung ano nga ba yung magiging flavor nila in terms of getting their game into this.
Nakuha pa rin yung Saro. I think nakuha pa rin yung Saro. Pero you could see that Floor is just trying to be an annoying piece, no? Pero kaya ang ginawang adjustment dito ng Team Flash PH is to go for the duo jungle setup. Clear sa top side, magkasama yung Clash Lane, magkasama yung jungler, tapos magtulungan na lang in getting those jungle caps cleared.
Yep.
Normally, it's okay kasi tempo ang hinahanap mo sa ganyang sitwasyon and successful naman siya na defend yung kanilang camp, especially yung buff, which is pretty much what you want to take care of, especially sa early stages ng laro natin.
Yeah, kung isipin mo din, if ever magkaroon ng momentum talaga yung lineup na to, it's a completely different approach na in terms of damage. And kung zone out and space, ang daming pwedeng gawin ng Rough World era. They could actually make things worse. Oh, Floor, ayan na. Okay. Doon magsisimula ang lahat sa hile, no?
Yung mga ganong angle. Arise!
Ay, ang ganda naman ng follow-up kagad ni Lam. Nakakuha naman ganda window. Oh my goodness! Ang ganda namang kill doon mula sa marksman ng Flash PH. Low on HP si Arise pero buhay pa rin naman. Rough World era calculated. Parang ginawang diversion na yung hook ni Floor.
Yes.
Arise pasok kaya? Parang ganun lang kaya ginawa
Ang nang-hook ay yung Lam. Parang ganun yung nangyari. Like, isolating the primary target. And again, having the balls to make that play is Arise. On the top side though,
top side nga dito, 2v1. Hindi makakaiwas dun si 7 Jin. Bridget, buti lang nakakuha. Nandun siya kaagad at hinabol din ang moment na pwede nilang makuha for Team Flash.
Floor!
1-1. Ako, Floor. Hinahabol ng dalawa dito. Winter is your ginamit pang pabagal ng balik. Pero hindi muna ata magiging effective for now. Dahil binabantayan ng maigi ni Cray 4 ang kanyang marksman. Dahil nakakuha na nga ng unang death.
Meron tayong minigame ngayon as casters. Binabantayan natin yung magiging impact dito ni Fleur at the early stages ng laro because we don't know and we don't normally see it. Ito na naman si Kuya Arise. But again, the CC immunity was able to block yung kanyang death from below. Kaya hindi niya actually, hindi na nga ginamit ni Arise yung death from below kasi alam niyang masasayang lang yung kanyang baby shark. So, i-preserve na lang for later, sabi ni Kuya Arise.
Actually, yung wave breaker talaga, ito yung panghabol mo, either pang evade, panghabol. Meanwhile, sa taas, ito, we're looking at the 1v1 against Mulan as well. Make it 2v1 ako, 7 Jin. Ikaw ba ang magiging target ulit? Ikaw talaga! Clash Lane ngayon ay talagang pumupuro ngayon sa kills. Meanwhile, teleport dito pababa ang Team Flash PH back on the job. At wow, the Rough World era, they really need to translate something into this. Pero may papunta rin tayong objective na pwede nilang kunin a few moments from now.
Wow. They're being very creative no? Itong Flash PH. So, kanina kasi nakita natin na ang unang iba yung nag-gang kanina no? And now Nitsua was being sent to the top side para talagang pigilan itong si Seven Chin sa kanyang pag-ipon ng items. Ops, Nitsua!
Uy, grabe. Dumanetso lang talaga si Fleur doon. Kaso nga lang, it was a deadly step. Pero yung hook, ang ganda namang placement doon.
good
Into
cancel.
the void. Kaso hindi kinaya ng damage and slow. Pero ito na nga ang ginagamit ng Team Flash ngayon for this fight. At ang Rough World era, pwedeng ma-corner dito. Naku,
Arise!
ginamit na rin ang lahat ng damage ni Arise. At maiipit
Double
na
kill!
rin.
Triple!
Oh, grabe naman to! Rough World era! Make it a quadra comeback play! Mula doon kay Arise!
Ano yun? That was just a masterclass! Yung sustain!
Oh,
Mula sa passive dito ni Lam. Arise just showcasing
Oh my.
and putting on a highlight play. Let's look at that replay once again. Primary target, isa-isa muna. And again, yung sustain, pa-isa-isa. Nagtabi-tabi pa kayo, which is the primary target. Or yan yung talagang gustong-gusto ng mga Lam.
sana all may ganitong kakampi na yun. Hindi lahat nagkakaroon ng ganitong kakampi sa mga games natin. Ito guys, we're looking at the drone shot brought to you by Direnji. Once more. Wala pa tayong wala pa tayong partner
Kung pinili kayo kung may isang hero na cameraman, sino pinamagandang camera?
Feeling ko ba yung blazing arrow ni
Okay, pero pre si Shangwan yun kasi lumili.
Ayun.
Oh, no!
Ang ganda hook pero may into the void. Ginamit nga dito ang follow-up mula sa Winter Ship pero godlike na nga din si Arise. Napakalakas ng damage pero Curve Zoo ang nakakuha ng isang kill dito. Na-hold nila ang isa, kaso si Fleur ang tumumba doon. Pero habang sa lahat ng kaganapan na nakita na doon, ang Rough World era is eyeing on the T230 dito sa baba para makapag-push.
That's a godlike performance already for Arise with the 6 kills. Kompletong-kompleto na rin ang kanyang mga items. Most likely yung kanyang mga next set of items dito will just be more on the damage side. Kung ikaw, yung mga carry season ng Team Flash PH, looking at curves, so hindi ka maliligtas ng Purify sa damage. Yun yung nangyayari dito, and Arise just knows what to do, pare. Isa sa pinakamasipag na player na kilala ko is now making his presence felt dito para sa Rough World era.
Yeah, Arise from the challenge ang kailangan gawin ngayon ng Team Flash PH. Kung isipin mo din, sino pwedeng humarap dito? I mean, Cray4 will just be on to the side of Curve Su sa mga moments na pwede siyang i-take down. So this brings up a pressure as well for Saro na makakuha ng magandang setup for his team. Considering na merong si 7G na tinitake down early game, yung presensya lang talaga ng Neza alone, actually makulit na eh. Kahit, fine na takedown siya, 2 kills in the early game. As Arise goes the distance with getting all the momentum in, hindi na magmamatter yun. So malilito lang talaga yung Team Flash PH kung sino kukunin nila dito sa Rough World era.
Napastabilize ni Arise yung sitwasyon no? And then, kung ikaw si 7J, kailangan mo mag-thank you kay Arise mamaya kung sila ay manalo dito dahil it's all him. Now, kita mo naman, solo agaw yung ginagawa niya rito. Nag-i-invade siya sa Crimson buff dito ng Team Flash PH and no one was able to respond. Another resource being denied by Rough World era. Add to the fact na nakaka-2 tore na sila dito. Next target nila, ito nga ang gitna with Danny being the forefront ng kanilang pag-push.
Ganda ng as you said, the equalization also with the lanes na ginagawa ng Rough World era in all of the places in the map. Wala pang nakakuha turret by the way. Half HP na nabasag doon sa baba. Pero how Arise is just maintaining the camp here sa bottom side of the map. Ito yung nakapagbigay ng actually force out sa Team Flash to be on a really tight situation, parang sitting ducks. Kung ano ba yung gagawin nila in terms of getting a team fight. Kasi ito si Fleur nagbabantay iniikot na yung hook dito. Ang ganda naman into the void na nga kaagad. Ay, kaso nga lang, medyo nasayang yung interest here dun Medyo nakaiwas din si Saro.
Na-i-channel niya yung kanyang unruly blade. Pero ito si Danny, grabe naman yung marksman ito, humaharap pare.
Hindi lahat ganyan
Meron kasi siyang infinite passes. Alam niya kasi na pwede siyang mag-angas ng ganun Pero hindi ka pwede mag-angas ng sobra dahil nangalahati na nga yung buhay dito ni Danny. Pero again, it's the same formula for Rough World era. Kapag ka nakakuha dito si Fleur ng kahit na isang hook, that's going to be a man advantage para sa kanilang koponan. Meanwhile, Rough World era was able to open up the map. Look at the Crimson Golem dito ng Team Flash PH. It will be up in a few seconds and look who's there. It was Arise.
Grabe na dalawang tao sa baba. Kaso nakuha nga dun si Kuwei. Kaso ito, ang nakuha ng FLPH in an exchange for the kill. Actually, dun yung ang kailangan talaga nilang bantayan is masecure na lang talaga yung objective ngayon dahil kailangan nila ng push against the defense of Rough World Era. So Tyrant ngayon yung magiging solusyon nila dito in the exchange. I say it's a fair trade pero sa kalamangan, on to 2k gold lead, Rough World Era, translating everything here into the map control. Ang hirap din talaga. Ang ito, can be in any angles. At kanina, notice ko din si Arise ay laging nasa they're trying to form this triangle. Kung ma-observe mo a few moments from now. Ito yung ginagawa nilang cage in sa Team Flash PH. Ito yung pinaka-sitwasyon na pwede nilang gawin to make Curvesu uncomfortable.
Yes. And the same could be said para kay Arise, no? Kasi kailangan talagang mag-box N1 dito ng Team Flash. Sorry for using basketball reference. Pero kailangan talagang magsama-sama dito ng Flash PH para hindi madali mo yung assassination dito ni Arise. Especially knowing na meron na rin siyang Pure Sky dito. Pwede talaga siyang outlay hindi lang ng isang member kundi pati ng dalawang member. So the solution is for them to group up.
Yeah, they need to group up. So, oh my god, the damage!
Grabe yung habol.
Grabe naman to si Nitsuwa. May follow-up mula dito. Once more kay Seven. Kaso enough ba to para may follow-up ang Rough World Era? Nasa enemy lines. Si 7G medyo lumalim siya doon. Kaso nga lang, hindi ata makakuha ng kill habang na-utilize silang knock-up doon ni Saro. A kill right away for the window of Team Flash PH. May kill at meron na ring Overlord na pwedeng kunin. Enhanced by the way. At ang ginagawa na lang muna ng Arise, macro, trade muna tayo. Dalawang tore ang nakuha na rin dito sa baba.
How many times have we seen itong si Nitsuwa make a very good play? No, kanina niya pa nahuhuli itong si Fleur. And that's how many deaths dito kay Fleur. Pang-apat na yata yan. Again, you still have to respect yung control mage na si Shi. Once she gets hold of you, wala ka nang kawala talaga. Walang purify, walang anything to really save you from the burst coming in from the opponents. And look at Nitsu. He wants to make sure na magsusurvive siya sa all-in dito ni Arise, and his next item was Splendor. Ngayon, bumabaliktad na yung ating tempo dito at mukhang nakakabalik na ang Team Flash PH tuluyan sa laro natin.
Harapang hook ginawa ni Fleur. Harap-harapan din ginamit ang Winter is here. Two ultimates used, but then Enter the Void. Splendor ang ginamit din para gawing play ni Nitsuwa. Hindi muna siya magiging casualty dito. Pero naman yung position dito ni Bridget. Hindi kami Arise. Hindi munaan.
I think sa sitwasyon ngayon, if you are Bridget, you have to be perfect in your combo to really get that kill. Kasi kung ikaw si Arise,
wow, ay, nako, nagpakita kaagad dito si Bridget. 1v1 na kaagad. Dalawang malulupit na assassins na pwede mong i-consider pero hindi ata papalag doon si Bridget.
7-Jin.
Oh, 7G to the rescue nga habang defend the backline. Ang gandang entry. May follow-up pa from Rough World Era. Low on HP. Ang ganda ng hook mula kay Floor. The play. Andito na nga din ang buong member ng Rough World Era para kumuha din ng Torre. Kaso hindi yata makakaiwas si 7G. Casualty na naman siya. Pero yung pwesto ni Arise, ang ganda nito Ang ganda ng pwesto dito yung ginagawa nila. Kung sino man ang tumawid, pwedeng makuha. 7G. Kawawa naman. Siya na naman.
The zoning Neza. Yun yung nangyayari dyan. Kasi basically what he wants to make sure is to naguluhin yung Lady Sun. Oh wait, hang on, another hook.
Ito na nga follow-up. Meron ba? Ginagamit lang muna pang taunt. Habang nakuha din talaga ni Arise ang kanyang dapat na gawin. Oh wow. Floor. Ay, wow! With the flash in. Hindi ata makakaligtas dito si Floor pero makunat pa rin. Nitsuwa on a kill in initiation. Kaya talaga humarap. Meanwhile, Saro will fall. Arise ata pwedeng humabol. Flaming Palms ginamit na rin dito. Wow. The Nitsuwa onto the mindset na kunin lang talaga si Floor. Kulit no? Kulit ng hook. Alisin mo na muna for ilang seconds. Balikan natin yung replay.
Kung solo queue to, pinasok na yung Arise to. And again, Bridget was able to isolate itong si Floor. But, however, it was a 1-for-1 trade kasi nahuli rin nila itong si Saro. Arise currently is on a legendary streak. And right now, I'm trying to figure out kung paano nila mahuhuli itong si Arise. Of course, it has to start with Nitsuwa, no? So, kapag ka nakakuha niya yung Silky Threads at tumama dito kay Arise, there is a potential for them to shut down itong si Arise. Because for Team Flash PH, hanggat hindi nila napapatay itong si Arise, hanggat hindi nila napipigilan itong ang demonyong lam na meron ng Rough World Era, may hirapan talaga sila sa larong to.
Alam mo, men, comeback is still eminent by the way, guys, sa mga nanonood din. Kasi yung the goal is not really that far.
That's true.
So, kung yung comeback dito at ma-shutdown nila si Arise could be the key here dahil medyo nagbabuy time sila for Curvesu to pop off. Dahil hindi din basta-basta na makakuha ng item. Tinan mo yung position dito ni Arise. This is a deadly spot for the Lady Sun to be in. Kaso mukhang nakakaramdam din ng Team Flash na hindi mo napapalag right into the turret. Good reverse positioning din. Kaso hindi bumibitaw si Arai sa pwesto. Ginagamit ang Winter is here.
Skyfall.
Lalabas ba yung Baby Shark? Ay, hindi ata muna. Pero ito naman si 7G, nagiging frontline initiator. Kaso si Arai, hindi muna nakalapit. Oh, low rate si Saro.
Saro.
Tatalon ba? Tatalon ba? Hindi ata.
Okay lang. Grabe si Arise, no? Yung disiplina. Meron siyang death from below, meron siyang ultimate. Pwede siya pumasok, pwede siya mag-assassinate. Pero alam niya, ang responsibilidad niya rito is to really be that threat. Hanggat buhay si Arise, matatakot itong si Curveso na maka-free hit. Right now, Overlord is open for the taking, pero nandito si Bridget.
Oh, half HP onto this Overlord. May flash in. Mulan, may magagawa ba din sa
Smited.
laban? Oh, secured onto the objective. May push na naman ang Rough World Era. Ginamit na naman
Okay,
yung oh, look at the damage! Oh, kumunik ka agad doon. Pero, oh my God, the first Bridget! Oh my God! Tatlo ka agad ang nabura sa mapa with a crucial crowd control flash. Inabol na rin dito. Walang bawi ngayon. 7G na Tangsi ang naiwan. Hindi mo na makakapag-call ng comeback. What the play! Mula kay Bridget.
Grabe. Kaya pala pinipigang Mulan.
God!
58% crucial DPS. Pero if you're Rough World Era, mukhang okay lang yung trade na yan dahil nakuha naman sila ng high ground tower dito sa may bandang ibabalance. Look at that replay. Look at that flash! Second skill, full channeled mula kay Bridget. 3-man knock up. And more importantly, damage onto the primary targets. May pa. Screech pa tayo dito mula sa ating DJ cameraman.
Ano mga gusto namin? Direct rewind. Yan ang mga gusto namin. Ang ganda kasi ng play. Special pala yung mga ganung moment. Pre, feeling ko si Direk. Kailangan ko na. Director's cut. Yun yung mga director's cut. Yun kasi Honor of Kings Director's cut edition.
Oh my God.
Pinipili pala yung mga
Ay,
special mo. Tama yan, Direk. Kasi actually, kinihintay ko na yung Mulan mag-pop off. Kasi sinabi mo kanina, hindi din basta-basta magagamit.
good hook!
Ay, teka lang. OM Into the Void may ginamit na slow. Ay, ang gandang pick-off. Napakagandang simula mula kay Floor with the play. Ito na yung Fallout
Rise
Infinite
down.
Fastest sa tatlo. At delikado na rin ang posisyon dito ng isa pang miyembro ng Team Flash. Habol na rin. Double kill for Danny. Saro falls. At ito na nga din ang pwedeng i-callback Bridget mag-back away ba with a double kill. Oh, hindi akala ko hahabol pa pero buhay pa rin.
Kaya pa?
Meron pa palang chance para mabuhay. Kaso hindi enough. Rough World Era.
I think
Man.
that's it. Dire-diretso na ito sa Crystal. Pwede sila mag-beeline on towards sa Crystal. 10 seconds pa bago mabuhay si Curve. So, Rough World Era gets G1.
G1 talaga, man. Ito ang early start into this lower bracket match. At doon natin nakita, wow, tayo pala yun. Hey, what's up, guys?
Grabe.
Diba?
Okay.
Grabe!
It's a very entertaining game, so to speak.
I
Diba?
know,
Meron tayong
I know.
binabantayan. Kuy, si Arise, he was caught out of possession kanina. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng highlight moment mula kay Bridget was because of Nitsuwa. Nitsuwa was popping off, pare. Credits kay Nitsuwa.
Oh, man.
His
man.
play on the She. She talaga, pare.
Shay! Man, ba't tayo sa PJ Shay? Mga ganun,
Oh.
pre. Kasi, man, solid.
So good.
So, man, again, that was an amazing play from the Mulan, right? Like, medyo na overextend lang siguro at yun yung ginamit na advantage ng Rough World Era dahil sobrang ganda ng lane actually equalization nila. And it was just the super minions sa baba na mahihirapan sila maghintay ng oras para ma-revive. Na, if one of them decided to defend, it could have been a different situation. Di ba?
It was...
Sabi naman yun.
Maraming mga bagay na I was able to at least capture and take away dun sa nangyari din kanina. Isa is yung ginagawa din ni Floor in where yung hook niya, tapos yung si Tonsky nagre-ready ng Frigid Prison para kapag halimbawa may na-hook siya, automatic may tatamaan siya. But you know, 7 deaths pa rin para kay Floor. It's definitely not the best performance mula kay Floor, but she will take it for sure. Kasi at the end of the day, ang importanteng score dito is yung 1-0. No? Nakakuha nila yung panalo. And it was at the expense of what I would say the best pick dito ni Bridget. Kasi kahapon pa to eh. Kahapon pa ako na may sa kanya Mulan pick. Kaso sa global ban, isang beses mo lang siya pwede gamitin.
Yeah. Ito yung ito yung pinaka question din also. Kasi kanina sabi ko 50-50 with the Floor. Sabi mo nga yung Kuwait And it works so well. Like, although nagagamit nila yung Into the Void and yung hook always, parang activated nga sila ni Princess Frost eh. May mo lang isa, automatic lapag ng ulti. And they either use it for either a zone out or a burst down. Pero one thing also kasi na nakakapagbigay din ng shining brilliance dito for Ruffle Era in terms of momentum is yung kung paano sinimulan din ni Arise yung kanyang completely continued killing streak. This was the moment na they were trying to catch Arise here. Ito yung pinaka-turnaround, pare.
Yeah.
Ito yung pinaka, picture perfect moment ni Arise na ito na, quadra kill. First 5 minutes, dito na talaga nagsimula ang lahat.
Yes. Godlike, no? Talagang may streak na inalagaan dito si Arise. And from minute number 1 hanggang, ito. I think this was the pick kay Arise. Sorry, hindi pala kay Arise, kay Floor. But it was also the same position in the map kung saan nahuli itong si Arise. This is pretty much how Nitsua was able to, control yung game or save the game at least for Team Flash dun sa mid game. Kasi lahat ng kanyang mga cell kill threads is tumatama talaga sa primary target. Kaya talaga nakakamanga. Ang hindi nakapaglaro dito, let's face it, si Curveso, pare.
Yeah, man.
Wala, hindi siya nakapaglaro, tol.
Man, I agree. One thing also to note, guys, kung ikaw isang lady son, you need to also protect yourself sa mga upcoming projectiles ng damage. Kaso kasi ang projectile din dito is yung mga tao. Si Neza, si Lam, kahit na silong kung gugustuhin mo eh. Si Danny nga parang infinite vastness to everybody. This was an amazing play, by the way, na ginawa ni Bridget for the Mulan. Amazing burst potential as well na nakakuha sila against Rough World Era. Pero one thing also na hindi nila nakita din dito is yung enhanced Overlord, si Mama D sa baba. And napakahirap din talaga depensahan to. It was an overstayed situation as well na ginawa din nila. Grabe din. Boom.
The hook into the frigid prison and then Arise being caught. But it doesn't matter kasi at this point in the game, enough na yung items ni Danny para maging insurance, diba?
Man.
May mga, alam mo, ang tao, ang mga Honor of Kings kasi, mga insurance agents din yan. Umaasa sila sa insurance and pinaka nagiging insurance talaga is yung marksman. I was thinking nga, etong si Danny,